Today, let's talk about one rarely mentioned advantage of Cook Islands asset protection trusts.
All right, let's do it.
So generally, people have heard of Nevis, they've heard of Cook Islands. If they're learning about asset protection trusts, they're pretty much the top jurisdictions.
People are always doing their own research.
They're the top jurisdictions for lawsuit protection.
Yes.
Now, the Cook Islands has an extra advantage over Nevis.
Okay.
And that is, Shreya, it is really far away.
Yes, it is. That is true. And people don't really mention it. You're right.
Yeah, because if you're looking at Nevis, you're looking at Cook Islands. People, I think, generally have an idea of where Nevis is.
Yeah.
Or if you said it's in the Caribbean or Caribbean, depends how you say it. What is it, like a 2-hour flight from Miami? It's pretty easy to get to. Now, Cook Islands, who knows where that is? Not a lot of people do.
That's because it's very hard to also explain where it is.
We used to say it's a 5.5-hour flight from New Zealand, but apparently people also don't know exactly where New Zealand is.
That's true.
But either way, it's really far away. And I think that distance gives Cook Islands an advantage, like a psychological advantage.
Oh, definitely. It's a psychological advantage, but also it makes it less likely for people to try to go there.
Right. We went there recently. What was that journey like, Shreya?
Oh my gosh, it was the longest journey ever. It was very tiring. But it took us, and we live on the West Coast, so it's a bit closer for us, but it took us about 6 hours to get to Hawaii.
A 6-hour flight to Hawaii.
And then we had a 6-hour layover. And then we had another 6-hour flight to the Cook Islands. About
6.5,
yeah, 6.5. And not just that, but there's just one flight in and one flight out per week.
Yes. If you're flying right now from the U.S.
Right.
There's other options to get there, but you have to fly even further beyond it and then fly back to it. It's pretty hard to get to. And then coming back took even longer.
It did.
With longer layovers. I think we had an 8 or 9 hour layover in Honolulu.
After a red eye, I was so grumpy.
So I feel like the distance to the Cook Islands really might influence someone's decision. Like, oh, I'm going to have to go to the Cook Islands to try to crack into this asset protection trust.
For sure.
And looking at that long flight, I think that's going to get in their heads. All right. So there you have it, folks. One rarely mentioned advantage of the Cook Islands. It is really far away. Hard to get to. Thanks for watching. See you next time.